Hello and welcome to another update on Solana. The Solana chart continues to grind higher. The bullish scenario, the directly bullish scenario, remains intact. We're currently holding all support levels. It's actually beautiful. Yeah, I only realized it yesterday how beautiful Solana has moved actually. I mean, you see that here on the daily chart, this bullish scenario. We had from the April low a 5-wave rally and a corrective pullback into support. We had another rally and a corrective pullback into support. And now we have, then we have to shift to the smaller time frame. We had several reactions here to the support levels as well, right? So quite cool to see all that materialize, but the price remains still caught in this wedge pattern, in this corrective pattern that you see here on the chart. It looks corrective. It's very much overlapping and everything. A lot of people would call that a correction. Because of the context, I consider here a diagonal pattern. So I continue to watch for higher. I've seen a lot of calls for this to break to the downside because of the wedge shape and everything. And yeah, but the momentum is still up, guys. Okay, so for me to call a local top to be in place, I would need to see at least a momentum shift and a 5-wave move down. So just looking at a pattern, because it's a pattern from textbooks that maybe breaks down 60% of the time, is not enough to say a top is in or we are breaking down, right? So I remain focused on higher prices, but allow for some room on the smaller time frame. Obviously, in the scenario I'm watching, there are 2 bullish cases I'm watching, 2 bullish scenarios, but I have to change my view on the smaller time frame when we break below our micro support levels. Then the focus will shift to these larger support areas, and we have to switch wave counts. Good news is about Elliott wave. It already tells us which other support levels would then likely be relevant. With the first one being this one in a larger wave 2 correction between $140 and $161 in case this is indeed just a corrective bounce and we do this and then this. Yeah, this doesn't change the assumption though. Macro bullish would remain intact until we see further evidence that the chart has to give us. This will remain unchanged. Looking at the shorter time frame, Solana is performing quite well, and here you can see this support area, was respected as well in August. So we're forming these textbook higher highs and higher lows patterns. It's just not very impulsive, okay? We're just dealing with only corrective patterns in the subwaves. So at best, this is a diagonal pattern, and because we cannot trust diagonals, we just have to be on the side of caution. Not bearish, but cautious. Good news is that those who use this micro support area to maybe find an entry are now in profit as well. Again, I can never tell you to do that. I can only share with you what the relevant levels are that need to hold to keep the current thesis intact. And there are 2 scenarios I'm tracking here. Both of these would offer support. Here, the first one between $192 and $197. Narrative has been, if we break below it, then deeper correction, but still bullish as long as we're holding 166. Main thesis at the moment is that a wave 2 bottomed in August. Yeah. And this remains unchanged. And this will only change if we break below 166. Then we'll have to change my perspective about this. Yeah. This is really key support here. But there is some micro support up there which held. And again, until we break below 192, the focus can be on the next breakout attempt. Solana appears to be working on a rally towards the next signal level here, next resistance, next signal level around $218. Ideally, though, so this would likely be strong resistance again, right? Just the same way that these previous swing highs have found resistance at the trend line or near the trend line. 218 is the next key level. Breaking above should send the price to $227 to $250. That's sort of how I see at the moment Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional chart updates. There are also additional Solana updates sometimes. Charts, news, all sorts of things. So if you don't want to miss any updates, sometimes even faster updates than on YouTube, follow us there. The link is in the description and also in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.